to our 32-week update with little E and I. I feel like there have been some new symptoms this week and just feeling very, very pregnant, very big, very tired, and I've got my notes. So, like I said, I've been very tired lately. My energy levels have been extremely low, and I think it does have to do with the heat here in Thailand. We are kind of on that island near the beach, so it's really, really hot, and that kind of just drains my energy. I am sleeping a lot. Fingers crossed that stays until she arrives. I sleep hours, like, I don't know, maybe like 8-10 hours a night. I do wake up maybe 2-3 times a night to go to the bathroom, which is pretty normal for me. And the funny thing is like I'll wake up early in the morning, not early really, but like 8 or 9, have breakfast, and then go back to bed with Dad for about like another hour, hour and a half, maybe a half an hour. So it's funny, like I'm just sleeping all the time, and naps during the day as well. So in my first trimester, I was also very, very tired, sleeping a lot, and now in the third trimester, it's back. It is a little bit more difficult to sleep because we are on like a futon right now, because we are at Dad's shop, obviously. But it's really uncomfortable. Like I will switch sides from left side to right side, and I just have like immense pain in my hip and side area that I wake up with, and then I kind of just rotate sides. So that has not been very fun. And a lot of times I will wake up in the middle of the night. I noticed this during this week. It's kind of subsided now, which is good because I was a little concerned. But I'll wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning, and I'll like be gasping for air as if I was like holding my breath while I was sleeping. It just kind of happens for like that initial second after I wake up, and then like I'm good. But I don't know what that was about. I did look it up. It's probably just like all the pressure with her kind of moving up further and further into my ribs and my lungs, and everything just kind of being like compressed together. So I'm glad that's kind of ending, and hopefully it stops. Still a little bit emotional, like my emotions and like those emotional hormones have been coming back. I do catch myself crying randomly, or if I'm like really hungry or really tired, I will start crying. And Dad's been really supportive with that because I am an emotional person. Like one day I was trying to clean the bathroom, and I couldn't get the garbage can open, and I started crying. And a lot of times when I'm hungry, I will cry, and then I'll feel better like after I'm done eating. But I feel like I usually get upset about food even when I'm not pregnant. Like if I'm hungry, I'm hangry. But Dad's really supportive and understanding about that as well, which is really amazing. Another newer symptom that I've had is like really uncomfortable nights. Like once it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, like sitting for a while is really hard for me, my belly, and she's like really like a lot of movement up top still. And honestly everywhere, like down here, it feels like fingers like way low in my uterus. But yes, I've noticed a lot at nighttime my belly gets really, really hard. My belly has been pretty hard. I don't know if you can really see, but it is pretty hard right now, but it gets harder, like at nighttime. Very uncomfortable, especially like when we walk the strip right here at night. I'm starting to actually feel Braxton Hicks contractions, like the whole belly gets really, really like rock hard for a while, but I don't really, like I notice when it starts, like the tightening sensation, but I don't really notice like when it subsides. Like my belly is really hard generally for like a few hours, and then I end up just going to bed. So that's been something new, and it's kind of like surprising how with pregnancy, like nobody educates you on anything. Like if there wasn't social media, like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, I wouldn't even know. Like my last appointment, my doctor's like, "Are you having contractions yet?" And I'm just like, "No," because you don't really like know what they are, like what they're, like what the expectation is. Like when you think of contractions, you think like, oh, you're gonna deliver, it's gonna be painful and everything. But with Braxton Hicks, it's just kind of uncomfortable, like tightening. There's like no pain accompanied with it. So I'm pretty sure that's what we're happening at night. I am still leaking colostrum, which is great, but it's really just been like one-sided. So I don't really know about that. I don't know what to expect. it happens a lot like when I'm sleeping or relaxing, or if I wake up from a nap, or I wake up in the morning, or after like a hot shower. And lightning crotch. So a few times this week on the couch, like I had like this immense pain from that area, like shooting upwards. And it wasn't like labor cramps, like contraction pain cramps in the belly area. It was literally like, you know, down here, like it felt like a lightning, like just like a shock of pain all the way up through my belly. So that was a little uncomfortable. It doesn't happen very often. I want to say it happened like maybe one night this week, maybe 2 nights. But my pelvis is still like sore. If I sit for too long and I try and stand up, like I just really have to slow a lot of my movements down because obviously she weighs so much more. And we do have our 33-week appointment on Saturday, but because we're out of town, I think we're gonna have to reschedule, which is like stressing me out because we're not gonna see our OB for 3 weeks. And I really, really wanna know if little E is head down because that has me concerned with like an emergency C-section, Thailand not having my blood, and just C-section in general, and early labor and stuff like that. But I'm just hoping and praying that she does flip in time. But that was pretty much it for my list. 32 weeks I feel like is a little bit more significant because I am having a lot more pain, Braxton Hicks, colostrum, like a lot more pregnancy symptoms. Whereas like the other weeks, the other weeks before, like I felt like kind of the same, like just pregnant. But now with these new symptoms, I feel like we're ending the pregnancy, like getting closer to the end in her delivery, which has me like really excited and really nervous at the same time. But yes, let me show you little E. So here is our front view. We did take some really cute maternity shots that I did put on my Instagram, so I think you should go check those out. And then here is our side view as well. To me, like she just feels the same. Like I feel like my belly is just been this size forever, but I know it hasn't been, and Dad's like commenting, oh, she looks so big and stuff like that. But I think like when you're pregnant and you have the belly, you really don't notice the changes, like the growing. I mean, I do feel like itchy sometimes, my skin. Thank God it's not like the extreme itchiness some moms go through, but like just the stretching does cause the skin to itch a little bit more. Same with like the breast and the belly. So like a little bit of itching, just applying like that stretch mark cream, because fingers crossed I still don't have stretch marks and I really don't want them. I know a lot of moms don't want them and it's not really something we can control, and I know a lot of moms do have them, but it's just something personally I don't want. So I'm hoping that I can just keep my skin moisturized and everything like that. But yes, little E and I are doing good, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and come back for our 33-week updates.